Chish, Anyat Kosani, Hachi Ade, Yachana, Dana Hilsek, Yuchatu, Sak, Slupnachade Ayachat, Kayash Kahitana Yachat, Deki na Yadechatete, Kagwantan, Dachana Yachat. Everybody get that? My Tlingit name is Dana Chiltzek. My English name is Chuck Miller, and that's as far as I'll go on that. Yaqajahin hastu tuasigu, hastu silko has niade, hasawatqaine. Yake hasakwashishik, hastu tuasigu, yaha naqkaudikiti has. Hastu niade ayah, hasakpalqain. These Qajahin dancers would like to look toward their departed grandparents. These songs they are going to sing, they would like to dedicate to the departed grandparents. And we'll start off our evening with our Tlingit series. We as cultural instructors, being as young as we are, we have taken the place of Ethel Makinen, our retired senior instructor. But she gave us the confidence and encouragement to teach these young people, and she always comes down to help us. What you're going to see is their most serious dancing they're going to start it off with. So we're going to dedicate a few of these songs to our grandparents tonight. And the first one we're going to start off with, it belongs to Taktain Tan, and you will see our young ladies doing the sway motion with their ear loops. It's called Tukahau. Tukahau, ayaha, Tukahau, ayaha, Tanaiti, Tanaiti, good. stress that when we teach these young people, we have to tell them, be very serious when you're doing these songs. These are very serious songs that you're singing. So we instruct them, don't smile, don't laugh. Because these songs are very, very old, and you folks know it right now. These songs are very, very old, and that's the way we instruct them. The next song we're going to do belongs to the Kagwantans, and we'd like to thank them for letting us use this song. It's from my grandfather's house, the Eagle Nest House in Sitka, and it's called Chak Sach. Hasil kohas khayacha, chak khudi hitan khayacha, donaiti, donaiti, gook. Our young ladies, I forgot to announce, the young ladies that were up front was Crystal Duncan Ayatli, she's Kagwantan, and our other young lady was Kha Natasha Bacon, and she's the great-granddaughter of Charlie Joseph Sr. This next song we're going to do is our most heaviest one we're going to bring out, and it's very important that we do this one tonight because we're going to dedicate it to our Kagwantan elders that had helped through Sitka Native Education Program when it was first begun, and they were very influential in bringing out the songs and making sure our young people know these songs today. And the composer was Ayis, and it's called Ruj Gaz. We'd like to dedicate it to Khachitla, Elizabeth Basco, my grandmother, Tatkhan Ghor Khan, Ed James, my grandfather, Tlaq Du'u, Charlotte Young, and our head consultant, Khas Adk, Charlie Joseph Sr. Our young people will exit now that we've done our heavy songs. We're going to come back out as the Dekina. It's a Haida dance style. It's the much more exciting. We'll turn it over to our fun side. So they'll be just like Superman, and they'll go into their telephone booth and change real quick. I didn't hear the drum go ba-dum boom. As they mentioned before, this program started in 1974. It used to be called A&B Education, and then further along it was called Sitka Native Education Program. And a lot of us, former Qajahin, live in this town and are present today. And the teachings were taught mostly by Charlie Joseph Sr. and the elders that I had mentioned. And we owe them a great deal of respect because that's the way they taught us. If there is anyone that is a former Qajahin dancer, would you please stand up? Former Qajahin dancers that are present, please stand up or raise your hand. There's a few in the back there, a few here. If we could have them, please come up and stand over here to please help us sing these songs to give encouragement to our young people. When our young people go, you can give them a hand. Some of us have started real young in the program. I believe the earliest age that they allowed to start in the program was 3 years old. And there was a few of us that started in that 3-year-old category. Of course, you know, 3-year-olds, boys and girls, when they get together, they've got all kinds of little things running through their heads, and some of them are still on bottles, some of them are still in diapers, and there's a couple of us here, and myself was one of them, the 3-year-old, and our other one is Yedikuk. You can raise your hand. And there's a few more of us, but let me tell you, that was the first and the last time they ever let 3-year-olds in the program. Really, we were really good kids, though. They always had to give her bottle, and they had to change my diapers. But since we've been in the program, we've learned a lot, and we've learned to share our culture with other people like we are right now. So once you start in the program, you go into different levels, and then of course, it is with the school system. We run from September to April, and every year there's a graduate, and we do have some graduates in our class. Once they graduate out of high school, they also graduate out of Sitka Native Education Program, Qajahin dancers. And that's what I did. I graduated along with a few of these other people here. They graduated out of the program. And I'll introduce our seniors a little bit later. Our drummer that did the drumming here for this past series, his name was Shakindus too, Ed Littlefield. When we teach him, we say the drummer's the most important person because without them we couldn't start the song, so I thought I'd introduce them. Yedikuk Hago. Hago. We're going to give you a surprise, sneak preview. While our dancers are getting ready, we're going to share a song with you. We're going to give you a good song. Maybe you can recognize it. This is something we learned when we were younger. Pay attention. Any of you other ones who want to come join us, please feel free to. We've come a long ways. I'd like to introduce our instructors really quick. We are the young, we have graduated, and these are two other former Qajahin dancers. They started off with Grandpa Charlie. I was not the one that was fortunate enough to be old enough to be taught by Charlie, but these young ladies were Dasa Kai, Ethel Williams, Taktain Tan. She is a language instructor, a drumming instructor, and a dance instructor for the young ladies. Our next young lady is Koke Dahunch, Roberta David, and she's Tlupna Khadi. She is also a drumming instructor, language instructor, and dance instructor for the young ladies. We also have a few other instructors that are not with us because they couldn't attend. I'd like to mention their names at least. Booch Tla, Ann Johnson, who is a language instructor. You can give her a hand even though she's not here. Vida Davis, I don't know if she's here, but if she is, aha, she's right there. Kauduk Kla, that's who she is. She's a language instructor. She's been in the program for many years. Also, our beading instructor, I don't know if she's here either, is Christine Alice Williams, who teaches our young people how to do the sewing and the regalia. You can give her a hand. And then our head consultant is Ethel Mackinnon Dastia, and I don't know if she's here either, but she trusted us enough to be here. You can give her a hand. They're ready. We'll start. We're going to start right now. We're going to enter in on Kawutk, which belongs to Kiksadi. Now you'll see our young men come dancing out front. I'd like to explain the staff that I'm holding. It belonged to Khazat Charlie Joseph Sr. And before he passed away, this was given to Qajahin dancers, and there was another one that he had, and it was presented to the New Train dancers. And the hair, what they tell me, the hair belonged to his daughters. And that's why he gave it, because he loved his grandchildren so much, he'd do anything for them. But of course, when he was instructing everybody when they were younger, and this is what they told me, he said, ask your questions now. And this is, I'm referring to the grandparents sitting here and the grandchildren. Ask your questions now is what he said. He says, because you're not going to be able to stand over my grave and ask me questions. So tell your grandchildren about your history, your lineage, your stories. So I'm telling you what that was told to me, and I thought that was a pretty powerful statement, because nobody's going to be able to stand over somebody's grave and ask questions. Our young people have been working very hard on this particular series, and they're going to give you a really good show right now. This first song they're going to do belongs to Chukanedi. Qayahish. Qayahish qayaha. Danaite. Gook. This next dance song will be their last dance song, and then they will exit out. But the song that we're going to be doing, when Grandpa Charlie was still alive, and he had taught a lot already, the young people at that time that were going through the program wanted to dedicate something to Grandpa. I wanted to give him something in return for how much he gave those young people. So they asked around, and they asked the instructors, what can we do to give Grandpa, to show him how much we love him in return? And so they wanted to compose a song for Grandpa Charlie. And there are two people here, well, not here, but two people composed this song for him on behalf of the young people. And that was Vida Davis and Ethel Makinen, and Vida is here tonight. Because Grandpa always referred to these young people as his abalone earrings, because they said long time ago when potlatch was going to happen or something special, the men would shine up their abalone earrings, really shine them. And that's why he called these young people his abalone earrings. He said he was shining them up so they can present themselves properly. And so this is those are the words to the song. Qajahin. We are so happy to be here representing Sitka. And on behalf of a Sitka Native Education Program, I'd like to thank the Sealaska Heritage Foundation for yet another beautiful celebration where we can all share together, and also the other people that made it possible, all of our chaperones that have taken care of these young people that traveled with them, and our good Lord, because without him, we wouldn't be here. I'd like to have our two seniors stand out. These young men have graduated out of the program and out of high school, and they received a book of our songs, which is a very treasured item, and also received a wall plaque which has their clan crest and emblem on there that our beading lady Alice Williams made for them. This first young man here, I'm very proud of him. He is Kiksadi. His name is Kuyesh Nels Lawson Jr. Our next young man has also graduated. He's a student instructor of our Sitka Native Education Program. He is Taktain Tan. His name is Katya Daniel Whitson. we'll have a few that won't be graduating or will not be able to be here for the next celebration because they will be graduating next year, and maybe they'll be in another dance group, but I'd like to introduce them really quick. Ruby, Daku Cage, Ruby Murphy, Inedi. Skeki, she is Chukanedi. Heather Powell. And our other student instructor for our program, she has been adopted into Kikseti, but she is Cherokee. Her name is Kukuk, and her Cherokee name is Chola, Chola Dick. Once they graduate out of this program, they have the option of going to the New Plain Dancers, which is our older dance group. Our other drummer, because without our drummers we couldn't do these songs, is the great-granddaughter of Charlie Joseph Sr., Kuwa. I always do this. Carrie Bacon. I think I'd like to ask our former Kajahin dancers to go ahead as they dance out with them too, please. This is our exit song. We got permission from the Huna people. And Gunlas Chish, thank you very much for having us. And if you enjoyed what you have seen, please clap your hands, and that will make them dance that much harder for you fine folks. Gunlas Chish. Cheers.